She says, yes, we're live. Wow. So it's a Friday. Oh my goodness, 3 days to go till the summit. And this is the first of my interviews today. So if you don't know what we're doing, we're all stuck in lockdown. We're all stuck at home. So I've found 20 amazing women who are all in business to serve others really in their own different way, whether it's yoga, Pilates, whether it's dealing with stress. So every speaker has been hand chosen because I think there is just so many people out there that, you know, we're all in different positions where we might be dealing fine with anxiety and stress, others not so. Maybe some need a workout, some might want to learn new things. So if you haven't registered, there should be a link up there which will take you to this lovely lady's speaker profile to find out more about her, and you can get your ticket there. So welcome, Sue. Explain to everybody who you are and what you do.
Thank you, Karen. I'm delighted to be here, first of all. That's the most exciting thing. A bit nerve-wracking, actually. I've never done one of these interviews before. So it's
easy when you do them.
Yeah, just stop chatting, I know. But it's so I've been in networking for near on 30 years. And one of the things that I've always looked for within any company that I've been with is a product that I actually feel will benefit others or as many people as possible. So it's benefiting the masses. And I've worked with a couple of other companies which have been very good to me in the past, and really, kind of gave us an incredible income as well. But also we were able to serve a lot of customers. And, things change over the years. And I think sometimes you need to look at things afresh, and different challenges that you have personally, which I had a big challenge 2 and a bit years ago. Where I had a heart attack. So I did not
know that, so when did that happen? No.
It was on my grandson's birthday, so really, kind of chose my time, didn't I? So I had a heart attack, actually on the way to the hospital in the car, because I didn't want to call it. It was like 3 days before Christmas. And so I sent Nigel home after I got there, because I just thought, I've just had these tests and everything was okay. And then this mad surgeon came rushing down and he said, "You're going to St. Bartholomew's." And I went, "Oh, okay." And he said, "Where's your husband?" I went, "Oh, I sent him home." So it was a bit like panic, but so it made me evaluate things. I ended up having 3 stents, I should say, and I'm perfectly fit and healthy now. But I came out of hospital with a huge bag of 7 different drugs, which scared the life out of me, because I've never been on any medication ever. And I've always tended to go for the alternate route, the holistic route, trying to improve my health holistically rather than, the medication, because I just don't believe in it. Mm-hmm. And I know that I had to take the drugs that time because of protecting the stents that I'd had fitted and everything. So I complied reluctantly. But
when needs must,
yeah, absolutely. And and so no one ever kind of thinks about those things when you're actually situated, in that situation. But what came out of it was I then started researching a huge amount about what could improve the inflammation around my heart and things like that, what could improve my blood viscosity, and all those things that really are very important. So I was taking blood thinners, I was taking statins, I was taking numerous other drugs because of what they suggested, and I was really not enjoying being on them. So after all the research, it just kept on popping up, omega-3, omega-3, omega-3 on every research paper. And I've always taken an omega-3 supplement for the past 30 odd years. Both of us, Nigel and I, my husband, have both taken an omega-3. So I dismissed it because I thought I was already doing that, and I was already doing the correct things for my body. So when I kind of was asked by someone, why don't you tell, how do you know it's working? And I said, well, I feel okay. And he said, but how do you know it's working? And it's that evidence that you need. And the evidence was not as good as I thought. It's a big shock for me. And as I say, as I've been taking one for 30 odd years, I was horrified to think that my balance came back. And we've all got a ratio of our omega-6s and 3s. In an imperfect world, it should be around about 3 to 1, because that's a 3 to 1, so that's 3 of omega-6s to 1 of omega-3s. When we're born, we're 1 to 1. But then as we start increasing the foods that we eat more omega-6s than we should do, and that causes vast amounts of inflammatory markers within your body. And so I just wasn't prepared for the shock that I got when I did this test. I did a little test, which is a home test. My friend asked me, kind of, how do you know it's working? How do you know your omega-3 is working? I said, well, I'm hoping it's working.
You're going on faith.
Yeah, absolutely. Blind faith, completely blind faith. And so I think the upshot was, when I got my results back, I was absolutely mortified that I had been taking something for so long, spending vast amounts of money over 30 years, and not got the results which I anticipated to have had. So within literally 120 days, I managed to redress that imbalance by just taking a simple oil, which is here. And this is what I've been working with for the past year now. And this balance oil has been formulated very carefully. So it's not just an omega-3 oil. It's a combination of 3, 5, 7, and 9. It's got everything in there, and it's got vitamin D3 in it as well. But it's got these polyphenols, which help chaperone, if you like, chaperone the omega-3 into the area that it needs to be, into your cellular level. And so for me, that just made so much sense that, kind of, I understood it, but I now needed to see the proof. And this is where the test comes in a great, all of a sudden it's like, oh my goodness.
You got the stats don't lie. The stats don't lie. Well, I've just done my test.
I know you have.
Because I've got to get to a post office, which means I've got to go outdoors.
Oh no. It's fine. Yeah, so you're going to get your tests back after around about 14 to 21 days. And it will give you all the breakdown of all the omegas in your, the essential fatty acids in your system. So you've got 11 main ones, which are crucial for better health and optimum health. The difference in me has been so huge. And I think that's, and now I'm back in balance. I just got another test back. I did a test at just over 120 days, and that was 3.6. And I just got my last test result back, which I literally on Tuesday, I was like, woohoo! I'm 2.4 to 1. So it means my body's in balance. And more importantly, excuse me, if you've got those omega-6s in your system, too many, what happens is you have zero protection. Your body has zero protection from the omegas or the essential fatty acids. Now, I was horrified that was the case, but as you see it climb back up again, so I'm now at 98%.
Wow.
Protection. So huge difference. Huge difference.
It's amazing that you can see, because everybody, we all think that we're eating healthy, and some people, will be taking our supplements. I know I definitely got complacent until this, pandemic started, and I rushed out and got my high dose vitamin C and zinc and that. And it is so true that, when you said to me, well, how do you know? I'm thinking, well, because I'm taking it.
Yeah.
So until you actually can see, never, unless you go for a certain blood test at the doctors, they're probably not going to even test.
No, they don't even test it. No, they don't even test it for you at it. So in a normal blood blood test from the doctors, they don't test for that, and the hospital won't either. So it's a specific omega-3, omega-6-3 balance.
Which seems crazy, because when we realize that we can, I mean, we can't protect ourselves from everything, right? Anything can happen. However, if we can put our body in the best optimum position that it can be, so that it is able to fight things quickly and that you're going to recover quicker, it just seems crazy that that more aren't doing that.
Well, I think what my main aim is, and I mentioned to you when we'd spoken before, was to be able to come off my medication. And I've been able to do that. I did that after 3.5 months. So I'm kind of 9 months into that now.
Wow.
So I've been 9 months medication free, and I still have a residue. And this is one of the things that I hated about being on the drugs. I was on a drug called Ramipril, and Ramipril is, kind of a heart medication, and it leaves you with a cough. That's one of the side effects.
Wow.
It leaves you with a constant cough. So I'm still getting rid of that. So, it's constantly sounds like I've got a cold, and no, I haven't got coronavirus. I haven't. But it's but it all those side effects, I just they're coming out of my system now. And when you consider that things like statins, I mean statin, and I said, why have I got to take when I was on the statin, why have I got to take an antacid effectively, and lameprazole or omeprazole, I can't remember which one it was. And he said, well, but because the statins create too much acid in your stomach. Really?
It's crazy. And I'm sure you would agree that you needed those drugs at that time, right?
Oh, so absolutely. Please don't get me wrong. I'm not expecting people to kind of disregard their medications. You need to do it in conjunction with a doctor.
The fact is that, isn't it amazing that if you read the side effects, so then quite often so many people are getting all these drugs from the chemist, and they're having to take other things to counteract the negative.
Exactly. So, kind of not only for me, it's become a bit of a mission really, to try and help as many people, because as I said before, I've been in the industry, in the health and wellness industry, for a long time, but I've possibly never been quite as passionate as I am about this situation that I've received, gone through.
Anybody having a heart attack, Sue, give yourself a break. I think anybody having a heart attack would sit back and have maybe a rethink and reevaluate. Do you not think that would?
Well, it does. It makes you very, very aware of your mortality, incredibly aware of it. And I think probably when I was sat in hospital, because I ended up having to be blues and twos by myself, because I had left my phone at home, all the things that you do wrong. I'd left my phone at home. Nigel had gone home. I sent him home because I said, I'll just go home and have some sleep. And then when they rushed me down and they kind of said, right, we're going in the ambulance now. And I kind of went, really? Okay. It was just really, it was the most surreal experience.
Yeah, I can imagine. But now you've come out the end of that. So how long ago was that?
It was December 21st, 2012. Not 2012. What am I talking about? 2018.
2018. Wow.
Yeah.
So you
came out on Christmas Eve, and it's been fine since then. So I've been able to redress my health, which is the most important factor. I'm still here, which is the most important thing. But I'm hopefully be able to help other people in alleviating some of the issues that they may have health-wise. But you know what? Every single person, excuse me, every single person who is out there may be watching this, we all have 100 trillion cells in our body, and they all need omega-3s. But it's having that combination of omega-3s that is so important.
Yeah. Well, totally, and it really is, and this is why I've become involved, because everything that I teach is
exactly.
I'm trying to get out there. There is no such thing as an essential carbohydrate. Doesn't exist. There is none. Essential. essential fatty acids. That is what we need. And then the essential amino acids from protein. Those are the building blocks of life. So the essential fatty acids is what it just so ties in. But I, you know, like I said to you, I know I wasn't so aware of the balance of the omega-6 and 3. Obviously, I'm getting a lot of essential fatty acids because I have a fairly high fat diet, but I had to admit that omega-3s, oily fish. I advise every one of my clients to eat oily fish twice a week. I know for a fact I'm not eating oily fish. You know, people will think salmon. It's not really the highest one.
Yeah, mackerel, anchovies, you know, all those things.
I don't like them. I don't like them. And the last time, it was only about a month ago, I did, because I like the smoked mackerel, but I cook it. I put it in the oven. And then, of course, that smell.
Yeah, I know.
Forever. My kids are like, I don't like the smell. So, yeah, I know. I know I'm not, and I haven't been. You know, I'm flit in and out. So I would take an omega-3 supplement. I might take krill oil, think I'm getting the best. But it just goes to show that regardless of how healthy a diet you think you're having, because we've been told, you know, what is healthy and what is not, until you actually take the test, and it's going to be interesting to see what it come back at.
Well, how many months have I said to you about, you need to take this test?
And I'm just like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, I know. But also it was just, I mean, I don't eat any processed foods. I've never eaten processed foods. I'm not Nigel makes the most amazing pizzas from scratch. So I don't have to go and buy a ready-made pizza. I don't buy, kind of frozen meals and things like that. So I've never been that way. We've always cooked fresh. But it's understanding that, there's just so many more facets to your diet.
Well, this is why some people, they know they're not absorbing calcium and they go to the doctors. Well, just because you're eating food that has calcium in doesn't mean you're able to absorb the calcium from that food and actually utilize it, right?
Well, what's interesting is that, I mean, my cell membrane, which is one of the key things that actually is noted in the actual report that you get back, and I'll be going through that on the training next week, on the presentation next week, and it really shows you that kind of how the more omega-6s you have in your system, the harder the membrane around each cell becomes. And the harder that becomes, the more difficult it is for any nutrition to get in. So you may be eating the best diet. You may be eating lots of oily fish. But if there's no nutrition allowed to get in because it can't get through, then, and also you've got to be able to excrete out any excess toxins that may be produced within that cell. So it's a case of an unhealthy cell or a healthy cell. So
and we all want healthy cells.
Well, yeah.
And do you think more people now, I can't think who said it the other day, I think it was Jade, about, health is wealth. And I really think that is going to be the mantra coming out of lockdown, because
other than get myself to a hairdresser.
Oh, that's why my hair's dark purple now, because I had to my baby pink, because my roots are coming through. We're all suffering. It's problems,
We're all a whole new woman soon. I'm going to be completely grey. I think I might have to shave it off. And
my grey hair is there. Don't worry about it. But yeah, we're not as bothered. What's important to us, I think. For me, anyway, has definitely changed. And I'm sure for everybody, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what car you've got, because you ain't driving it anywhere. It's parked in the,
I think our battery's dead at the moment.
We're just not going anywhere. Yeah. So maybe our sort of the important things have changed, and it is making us think, health, like if we were to contract the virus, healthy immune system, we're less likely to have the real negative stuff, or we're going to recover a lot quicker. It's not, we can't say that's what's going to happen, but it's something that's within our control.
Absolutely. And I think that's, you know, if you change the things that you personally can change, you know, no one's going to be able to change something that's genetic in you. But the whole thing about, you know, kind of making choices, you know, the nutritional choices, they're within your own power. So yeah, absolutely right, Karen. They're within your power, and we can improve ourselves in that way.
We can give ourselves the best fighting chance. That's all we could. That's all we can. When we don't know,
no.
When we're going on blind faith, no, that's no good. And I think that's what's, you know, I think what has come up the whole time is that we are, I mean, you know, I personally, I almost feel cheated, because for 24 years, I've done a lot of training. I've paid thousands of pounds in the last 24, 25 years on training. I'm a level 3 personal trainer. I've studied nutrition, sports nutrition, all this stuff. And it was based on faulty information. Yeah. I feel cheated, because the way we've been taught, and we've just been told, oh yeah, be healthy, you just do this, 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 and this. And actually, well, like you say, we don't know unless we actually test.
I've also been following your program as well. I've been doing 16-hour fasting. And so, yeah, it's going well. And so I think I'm 12 days, no, 11 days in. I think I missed one day because I forgot to switch off my fasting. So
we're taught that, you know, that's unhealthy, and it's just not simply true when we look on a cellular level. And this is why I love this, because it really is, it really links in with my own personal values and from what I've now more recently restudied. And going along with some, you know, amazing new information that has been coming up more recently. And I just think it's brilliant that now we have the opportunity to be able to have a look inside, whereas before we couldn't.
No, exactly. What also I'd like to do, I'm going to be giving a nice little giveaway to people on.
We like giveaways. Go on then.
We like giveaways. Okay. We also, not only have we got the omega-3 balance oil, we've got a number of other products. We have a product offering called the Health Protocol, which actually has a 3-pronged attack. And so we have the balance oil, a product called Extend, which is designed to address your mineral deficiency and vitamins and everything. So making sure that that's there for you. That's going to help boost your immune system. But also we have a product called Xenobiotic. And Xenobiotic, this is going out of camera, Xenobiotic is a prebiotic powder. And so whereas most people are used to taking probiotics, the prebiotic actually works, and it's time release. So it actually gets into the large colon. So it actually it changes your whole microbiome very quickly. And it's so simple to use. It's really easy to use. So for anybody who does come onto the presentation and would like to purchase a Health Protocol pack, then I am giving away one of our other products, which is Skin Serum, which is the best skin serum I've ever used. You know my background. I've got a background in beauty and skincare and exercise, so I've tried them all, probably. I've now only used this product. I only use this product. I don't use a night cream. I don't have to use a day cream. I just use my serum and a cleanser. So it's very simple, and it works by tricking your skin into thinking it's got damage on the surface, and it rushes extra collagen production to that area. So I'm 65 now, and
amazing.
Well, I don't look amazing, but
you're looking, don't be humble. You're looking good. 65, did you say?
Yeah. 66 in October. Yeah. So, but I'm so chuffed with the results that I've got, and it's about addressing the inside of your body and then addressing the outside as well. So, you know, you're going to get extra hydration through using the products anyway, and especially with the oil, it just hydrates everything, and then this just tops off the top. So I'm giving away 5 of these to the first 5 people who actually order a health protocol pack.
So you've got to come on the summit for that. So
They have to come on the summit, so go get your ticket.
She'll be on Friday. You're on for me, actually, aren't you? So you're
2 o'clock, I think.
2 o'clock on Friday. So if you haven't got your ticket, the link to Sue's speaker profile to find out more about Sue and all her social media platforms. And if you want to message her, send her an email. All her details are there. We could do that. So I'm really excited. I can't believe it's 3 days. I'm getting nervous.
Oh, no. I know. It's been, you've worked so hard as well. And so I really applaud you completely for managing us lunatics.
You know, it's been so much fun as well. So no, I'm really looking forward to it. Thank you for your time. So everybody else, I will see you at the summit. Speak to you later.
All right. Take care. Bye-bye.